Alright, so this is my video for the recent Proving Grounds run and gun that happened. This was their second run and gun that they put on. The first one I did earlier this year. I have that video up on the channel. If you're interested to see what that match was like, you can go ahead and click on that video. We'll go ahead and go over all the gear that I took and then jump into the match footage itself. As usual, we'll start with the boring stuff and then move into the more interesting things. For pistol mags, I only have 5 pistol mags for this gun. So the way I carried these is I had 2 in this double carrier. I had 1 in this rifle magazine pouch, and then I had 2 in the sleeves of my backpack. As far as rifle magazines go, I primarily carried these in this cloth double magazine carrier, and then I used this slot here for a third magazine on my hip. And then I carried 2 spare magazines in the backpack to replace these as I used up ammo. Speaking of ammo, the total round count that I carried, I have 3 15-round mags for the P91 and 2 20-round mags. Fun fact, these actually hold 21 rounds. So loaded in magazines, I had 82 rounds of pistol, and then in the pack, I had 2 50-round boxes of 9mm. So the total count for pistol ammo I took was 182 rounds. And then for rifle, I started out with 2 40-round mags in the back slots and then 1 30-round here. And then as I used up ammo, I swapped those out with 2 30-round mags that I carried in the pack. So total round count for rifle that I took with me was 170. For the pistol itself, I was using my Steyr P91. This is the final edition version. The only thing I've done to it is put the flashlight on there. That's the TLR1 HL. And the only reason I did that was that way it works in the Filster TLR1 floodlight. If you watched my last video, you'll know what I did here, but if you didn't, I'll go ahead and explain it. So basically, the floodlight is a bit too wide when I'm using the rubber spacers it comes with, and the Steyr wiggles like this, and it's not very confidence inspiring. So I took out the spacers, but if you take out the spacers, the screws are too long and it no longer actually pinches the top together. So I just printed some spacers to keep that compressed together. So I already kind of explained how I used the backpack. I used the front straps to carry pistol mags, like you can see there. And then in the actual pack itself, I had spare rifle mags and spare pistol ammo. The only other thing to talk about with the pack is that I kept a little toolkit in the small pouch here, as well as spare GoPro batteries, and then I carried water as well. And now for the rifle, this is my Wolf A1 upper. So it's a T91 upper. If you're not familiar with what that is, this is the Taiwanese service rifle, essentially. I think there are some differences between a true T91 and the Wolf upper, but I don't know what those differences are. As far as how I have it set up, we'll go ahead and start at the muzzle and work towards the butt. So the muzzle device you see there, this is not the original muzzle device that comes with the T91. That muzzle device I took off when I originally got the upper because I wanted to run the upper suppressed. So I swapped out the muzzle devices and then quickly found out that this gun is horrendously overgassed and doesn't really suppress well at all. So I took that suppressor muzzle device off, couldn't find the original muzzle device, and just put on a birdcage. Other than the muzzle device, the upper itself is pretty much unchanged. I haven't upgraded any parts or anything like that. The optic is the March 1.5 to 15 by 42. That is the dual focal plane version. It's sitting in an ADM mount, and that mount did actually cause me a little bit of problems at the match. One of the QD levers managed to pop loose. I'm not exactly sure how that happened or when it happened, but it did happen, and I believe that caused me to lose 0 on a stage, although there's a little bit of nuance there, so I'll talk about that during the match footage. The sling, you may, if you're familiar with the channel, you may recognize that this is not the usual sling that I use. I finally upgraded, mainly because I won the sling at the previous match I did, the run and gun at Coleman's Creek. So I picked up the sling and decided, well, I might as well try a new sling. So this is the Magpul MS1 Lite. Yeah, it worked fine. I don't have any complaints about it so far. I'm gonna keep using it and see what I think. As far as the lower goes, that's my standard arrow lower that I use for everything. The trigger is a Trigger Tech Duty. The grip is a Magpul K2. I swapped out the buffer spring from the spring that's normally in there to a standard carbine spring. The spring that was originally in there was an AR-10 carbine spring, and that was causing issues where it was sending the bolt home so fast that the firing pin would sometimes cause slam fires, so I swapped that out, and the upper's running fine. The reason I had an AR-10 carbine spring in there is because of how I had this lower set up with a different upper, so yeah, it just ignore that. The stock is the new Magpul PR stock. Yeah, I believe that's everything for the gear overview, so we'll go ahead and get into the match footage.
And then after stage 8, it's about 3/4 to a mile, like just run back. That's where you gain the time.
Yeah. We just accrue wait time?
Yep.
Okay.
And then just give it to me at the end.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, ready in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
I'm never really sure what to do with the audio for this section between when the match starts and the first stage, because there's nothing really to talk about. So here's a video of my dog instead.
Come on down. All right. Man, shooting the cool guy. All right. So we got 3 rifle targets down there, left to right, 1 hit each from
Okay.
4 positions.
Okay.
Off the VTAC.
Okay.
Flats are only allowed once.
Okay.
All right. When you're done with that, left to right twice, 1 hit each twice, and then unload and hit your pistol stop.
Okay. So
Make sense?
4 positions, 1 hit each on rifle.
Yep.
Left to right.
Yep.
Pistol. Twice through.
Left to right twice.
Left to right
1
twice.
hit each twice. Yep.
Drop mag. 1 on the stop.
Yep, same thing. And then same with the red target down there. On your 4th position, 1, 2, 3, drop mag, high value.
Okay. Am I allowed to reload if I miss?
No,
No. Okay.
it's a hit or miss thing.
All right.
All right, make ready. Load and make ready.
I'm not used to having a real sling.
I know, right? What handguard is that?
This is a Wolf T91.
Hell yeah. All right, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Hit. Hit. Wrong target. You hit the red, not the white.
Oh, my bad. I didn't see that white one.
Hit. Oh, there you go. Hit. 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 Drop back. Hit. Pistol. Hit. 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 Alright, cool. And you're done, sir.
All right.
Alright, so that was stage 1. Results for this stage: I placed 4th overall and 3rd out of all the shooters who did the 10K. I have the percentages up there. That percentage, for anyone who doesn't know, that's the percentage of the person who took first on the stage. So for example, if the person first shot it in 30 seconds and I took a minute, my percentage would be 50%. And so you can see here, the percentages are the same for both, and that's because the person who took first overall on this stage was a 10K runner. That's not the case for all the stages. There were a few stages where a 5K runner took first, but most of them a 10K runner took first. As far as this stage went, I think it was a good representation of how basically the whole match is going to go. You'll see that as we get to the next stage. Basically, my rifle work was pretty good, and then my pistol work really let me down on this match. The main reason that's the case is that My irons were not quite on for the P99. There's a later stage where you'll actually be able to see where I'm hitting, but it took me a little bit to figure out where I was hitting, and then after that, I just kind of overthought it, so the whole match just was not very good for me. And you can see that in the accuracy results here. I had 100% accuracy on the rifle and only about 50% on the pistol, so it was not... I could have done a bit better there. Other thoughts about the stage? There was one little hiccup for me on the rifle. When the RO gave me the stage instructions, I looked downrange and I saw 3 targets, and he told me that I'm going to shoot 3 targets from each position. One of those targets that I saw was the red final stop target, and I didn't see that there was actually a 3rd white target. When I started shooting the stage, I shot white, white, red instead of white, white, white. So got a little bit of confusion there, and that cost me a little bit of time, but I recovered quickly and did pretty well on the stage.
All right, man, come on over. I'll show you the little fucking course fire thing here. All right, cool. So everything is done from sitting in the back of the Isuzu. All right, once you start shooting, don't get out of it. Yep. You're done shooting. Pistol, you got 5 and 5, left to right, drop the mag, red stop plate. Then you're gonna spin around and you're gonna shoot 5 targets back here. Moving this bowling alley, left to right, 1, 2, 3, 2 is really far out there.
Okay.
Then you're gonna go out the side of the Isuzu with 4 and 5.
All right.
Then you're gonna go back and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. Drop your mag, and then that red and white candy stripe, when it's the one on the left, 1 shot, 1 kill.
Okay.
Questions?
So when I'm going through normally, it's the 2 white targets. Just that one on the left is the last one, right?
The one on the left is the last one, yes.
Okay, but when I'm going through normally, I shoot it.
Yep, you shoot it like normal. That confuses the shit out of people. And the other thing that confuses the shit out of people, it's left to right, it's not near to far.
Yeah.
So left to right.
Okay.
So it's near, far, near.
Yep.
Cool. All right, go ahead and grab a seat in the thing. I'll talk you through
Do I
startup.
just lay rifle on it?
I'll talk you through it when you get
Or
in.
do I just lay my rifle down in there?
Yeah. Do not use the sling.
Yeah.
Bad idea. Yeah. All right, cool. So it's rifle, it's bolt forward, empty chamber.
Yep.
Mag in. Cool. All right. Pistol in hand, magazine in hand. All right. Shooter understands course fire.
Yep.
Shoot ready.
Yep.
Stand by.
Thank you.
Alright, so stage 2 is probably my favorite stage of the match. It was really fun shooting inside this vehicle, especially with the rifle, because of the way you had to kind of contort yourself to get to the targets on the left and then that wide transition to the targets on the right. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was also, I believe, the stage that I did best on pistol with, so that it's nice when both of those things work out. I ended up placing 7th overall on this stage and 3rd within the 10K runners. One of the things that I noticed when I was watching the footage back, when I dropped my magazine to do the final high value target, I got a sight picture, and then you see in the footage I look up from the rifle and kind of turn the rifle. When I got the sight picture on the final target and went to pull it, it felt like the gun was still unsafe. It wasn't, it was on fire. I guess for whatever reason I thought the trigger pull was heavier than it normally felt, so I thought for some reason I was still unsafe.
Want me to record you?
I got it.
Okay.
It should be going. It's blinking, right?
Yeah, it's blinking.
Okay.
All right, you ready for brief?
Yep.
You're gonna start rifle, hot, pistol, empty.
Okay.
Toes touching the platform. On the beep, board the platform. You may stand, sit, or kneel. Don't dive to a knee though. What you may not do is utilize the upright space or ground for support or stability.
Okay.
In the left field, there's 4 white silhouettes. Do you see them?
Yep.
You'll go left to right twice, then drop magazine, engage left target.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
You'll then repeat that for the pistol in front of you.
Okay.
Any questions?
Pistol can still be done, same position?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Make ready.
I wasn't sure if I was going to make it out here today. Look at that, I finally have a real sling.
Wow. You got a big magazine too. You also got your scope caps down.
Yeah. I'm used to that. Hot?
All right. Are you ready? Oh yeah, hot, hot, hot.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Yep. You've done this before. Hit. 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 Drop bag. Hit. Good distance. Hit. 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 Miss. 7.364, 1 pistol mic. That's still a damn good time.
All right.
Damn good time.
Thank you.
Awesome. Glad to see you, buddy. You're gonna keep cooking on up the hill.
Ooh.
I got questions about that upper later.
It's a T91.
Yeah, the wolf one.
Yep.
You like it?
I was having issues with it. But I'll tell you about it when I'm done.
Yeah, I don't hold you up.
All right.
Rock on, buddy.
Yep. See ya.
Alright, so stage 3 was really cool. It could have been the hardest stage of the match depending on how you shot it. So the guy that shot the stage right before I did, he decided to shoot pistol standing. I didn't see how he shot rifle, so I don't know if he shot rifle standing. If he did decide to shoot rifle standing, I'm pretty impressed that he made it to pistol because I don't think I could do this stage standing. That wobble board is not the most stable thing in the world. Despite the instability, I was pretty happy with how I did with rifle. I had an 82% hit rate, and that's even at 1.5x. I did not increase the magnification on my scope at all for this stage. I shot it at 1.5 power, and I had a pretty good hit rate. Pistol, again, not great. My accuracy with the pistol was about 44%, and I missed the final high value target as well. Now, on that note, when I look on practice score, I see that I don't have any penalties listed for this stage, which doesn't make sense because I definitely didn't hit the last target. I'm not sure what happened there, but I guess it's too late to do anything about it, so it is what it is. Placement, I placed 8th overall and 6th within the 10K runners.
All right, sir. So, first thing we're doing is left to right, four pistol targets.
Okay.
So the first one is
Yep.
this circle.
Circle, square, torso, torso.
Yep. So 2 passes. After the last one, drop the mag, shoot the last one to clear the pistol. Then we're on to the rifle. We got 5 white targets out there across the lake, 4 to the left of the duck blind, 1 to the right. Shoot those 5, 1 hit each. On safe, move down to the log with the green strap.
Yep.
Same 5.
And then
Drop the mag and shoot the red one.
All right. Start condition.
Rifle's
Empty.
empty. You can either leave it slung, you can lean it up against the tree. Pistol's empty, but I'm cool with pistol mag in hand if you want.
Yeah.
That's kind of how everybody's been doing it. And then we're just going on the beat.
All right.
All right, sir, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Drop mag.
Nope, you got to shoot that one, then drop the mag and shoot it. Good. Now drop the mag, shoot it one more time. Onto the rifle. 5 left to right, 1 hit each. Next one. Same thing, and then drop the mag and shoot the red one.
Oh.
High. No call. They gotta be high, but I don't see them. Where are they at? Oh.
That last one was a hit.
Yep, you did. I just didn't get it out. 88, 85. All set. Nice work, sir.
Thank you.
Alright, so stage 4, this was definitely my worst stage, and there were a few things that went on here. So in the footage you can see, with my pistol, you can see that I'm hitting right, and so that informed me where all my misses have been going all day, and then I tried to adjust for that later in the match, you know, by holding left, and basically overthought it and was holding too far left, I think, on a lot of the targets for the rest of the match. Now, the biggest disappointment on this stage was the rifle shooting. So I cleared the first position pretty easily. I only had 1 miss on that first position, and when I went to the second position, it completely fell apart and I only got 1 hit. Now, when I made it to the second position and started shooting, there was no splash in the water, and there was no hits on the berm kind of behind the targets, so that basically meant that I was sending rounds over the top of the target. So I kept holding lower and lower, and I finally got a hit, and I ended up holding like 1.5 mil low, and these targets are only like 250 yards or so. Now, come to find out, what had actually happened was that the rear QD lever on the ADM mount that I use had popped loose, and so I guess, you know, when that came loose, that the scope tilted down and caused me to lose 0. Now, I don't know when that happened, and it's a bit confusing because, you know, I made it through that first position perfectly fine. I didn't have to hold low at all or anything. I just basically pointing directly at the target and didn't think anything about it. So I'm not sure when that lever came loose. If it's possible, I guess, that it came loose between when I moved from the first position to the second position, but watching the footage, I don't see it get caught on anything. I don't see anything weird, so I don't know. Another thing to note is that a lot of the competitors that I talked to after the match seemed to struggle on this stage. In fact, only 1 competitor actually made it through this stage clean and hit all the targets. From what other people are saying is that they were also hitting high. So part of me thinks maybe the reason that I was hitting high was not necessarily due to my mount coming loose, and it might have been the fact that we're shooting over water. I have a hard time believing that shooting over water like this would cause, you know, 1.5 mil of deflection. I don't know, just a neat observation there. But because I lost 0, I ended up not hitting most of the rifle targets, so I got a lot of penalties on this stage. I had 150 seconds of penalties, which put me in 16th place overall and 8th within the 10K runners. That time put me at 28% of the one person that actually finished the stage, so not a great stage.
You're gonna start at that triangle.
What'd you say?
You're gonna start triangle.
All right.
Ready for your stage brief?
Yep.
Okay, so on the beat, with the rifle already loaded ahead of time, you'll run up here and you'll be doing all your shooting above the rail.
Okay.
You'll have 5 white rifle targets that you'll shoot left to right 2 times through.
Okay.
The leftmost one is right there. The other 4 you won't be able to see until you get up here, but they're down the middle.
Okay.
Then you'll drop your mag, shoot the high value target that's in red, and then you'll load pistol on the clock. There are 4 white poppers. You'll shoot those left to right 2 times through. And then you'll spin the spinner, and then you'll drop your mag to shoot the red stop plate.
Okay. So 5 white rifle targets, twice through.
Yep.
Last red one.
Yep.
4.
Yep.
4 white pistol, spinner, red pistol.
4 white pistols 2 times through.
Twice through.
Yep.
Yep. Rifle starts hot.
You can start rifle hot, but pistol's cold.
Whatever.
You'll have 90 seconds for the stage. I'll call your impacts.
All right.
But if you think I missed something, then you can move on.
All right.
All right, shooter, ready?
Yep.
Stand by. First one is on the left. Red. 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 Drop mag. Red. Pistol.
Well, that's not ideal.
Red. 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 Spinner. So close. It's a tough stage.
Yeah, I figure.
You can see how few hits there are on the stop.
Yeah, yeah, 3. That's not.
You did well.
Thank you. I knew I was gonna have issues with that mag. It's all sandy. All right.
All right.
That's fine.
You'll head back out and head right.
All right. Thank you.
Good work.
I think I'm the last 10K.
Yep.
So.
All right, so stage 5 is the first stage that was only for the 10K runners. After stage 4, the 5K runners turned around and headed back to stage 7. So this one's only for the cool kids. Rifle performance was fine. I had a good accuracy of about 85%. Pistol accuracy, as was the case for the rest of the match, was about 48%. Unfortunately, I didn't make it all the way through the pistol. I failed to spin the spinner, and I didn't make it to the stop plate, which I'm not going to beat myself up over too much because there were not very many bullet impacts on that target. I was the last 10K runner of the day, one of the last runners of the whole match, and by the time I got to this stage, I think there were only 3 impacts on the final pistol target, so based on that, not very many people made it to the end of the stage either. Overall placement, I have that listed as NA because the 5K runners didn't shoot this stage, so within the 10K runners, I placed 8th at 60% of the person who took first.
Jesus Christ, took you long enough.
I know. Sorry. I'm fat and slow.
So, go ahead and look out that first window. Do you see those 4 white targets out there?
I see 1, 2, or orange one, another white one, I think.
Yep.
Can I take a sight picture?
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
All right. So, from that window, this second window, and this third window, you're going to gauge those 4 rifle steel, 1 hit each, left or right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, change positions, 1, 2, 3, 4. At the final third position, once you engage your final rifle target, you're going to drop mag and use your one in your chamber on that red center target. You see the 3 pistol targets out there? You poke your head out, you should see them at the back of the bus.
Yeah.
Alright, so once you get done with the third rifle position, you get your final target, you're going to hop down. There's a box down there behind the bus.
Okay.
You're going to draw your pistol, engage the targets 1 hit each twice. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Drop mag, hit the stripey one in the center.
All right. So when I'm doing the 3, the stripey one's included?
Yes.
So it's 1 stripe, 1.
Yep.
Okay.
1 stripe, 3, 1 stripe, 3, drop mag, stripe.
Okay.
Alright, your start position is the bottom step on the bus.
Right.
You can go ahead and head down there and load your magazine whenever you're ready. And let me know.
And chamber or just
Yep,
load?
and chamber, yep. Starting hot.
Bottom stair?
Yep, you're on the bottom step. Let me know whenever you're set.
Am I blinking?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Alright. Shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by! Hey! 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 Change positions.
That's harder when it's not a bullpup.
Hey! 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 Head! 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 Head!
Ah.
I see a clear pistol. Good step. Alright, head on. We're heading back to the pavilion.
All right, I'll meet you down there.
Absolutely.
Did you hand me that mag?
Yeah, here. Let's see. Drop back. There we go.
How many people have made it through this one?
You basically came the closest. Max actually, I think, is the only one that actually completed it.
Good job, Max.
Yeah.
Alright, so stage 6 was the other 10k only stage. Placed 3rd on this stage, which is I'm pretty happy with. I was 90% of the person who took first. I almost made it through the stage. I timed out with 2 targets left, so I was really close. The guy who took first on this stage was Max McLean. He has a YouTube channel as well. I'll go ahead and include a screenshot of his channel. If you're subscribed to me, you should also subscribe to Max. We shoot a lot of the same matches, so I think it's interesting to get multiple perspectives of the same match. Rifle accuracy was okay on this stage. I had a hit rate of about 65%, which isn't too bad, but I definitely could have done better. And then for pistol, you know, same story as the rest of the stages. It wasn't great. It was better than some of the other stages. I had a hit rate of about 63%. However, these targets were really big, so that number is kind of artificially larger than it should be. If these were smaller targets, I don't know if I would have hit as many of them as I ended up hitting.
My last runner, I think.
Is this 7?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's go. All right. Over here. I saved something for you.
Uh-oh. I heard it earlier.
Well, that too, but something else. It's been my consolation prize for like people who do bad. All right, pistol only.
Okay.
Right here. Okie doke. You're the last runner, I think.
Probably.
Okay. All right. So you're starting the box with the pistol.
Okay.
There are 4 target arrays. You're gonna hit
2 times each. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop mag. High value target.
Okay.
You're gonna run over to that corner over there between the trees. There's another box like this. There's 3 targets over there. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then high value.
Okay.
The sun's coming this way, so your dot may not work so well.
I don't have dot.
All right, well then you're a man. You got bigger balls than I do.
So twice through on this array.
Yep.
3 times through on that array.
Twice and then twice.
Okay.
All right. All right, start with mag in your hand. And when you're ready, let me know. All right, shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by. -1. I'll pick up your, I'll grab your mag, I'll bring it back.
All right.
Okay, so.
Yeah, go figure, I missed the last one.
All right. All right, here.
Uh-oh.
I don't have a full mag for you. It's only 8 rounds, but super safe AR. Go ahead and rack the slide, 45 ACP.
Or do you want me to just
shoot it, whatever.
That's smooth.
Yeah. That's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you go to CanCon?
I did not.
They had a super safe UMP 45.
Mhm.
That thing was a ride.
All right, this way. You good to go?
All right.
All right, dude.
That
See you
thing's
later
cool.
on.
Alright, so stage 7 was a pistol only stage, and it was pretty challenging. The first set of targets that we shot for me were pretty small, and then after I got through that first set of targets, when I ran around to shoot the second set, I was basically shooting directly into the sun, and even though I wasn't using an optic, I had a pretty hard time with the glare getting a good sight picture. So I wasn't able to go quite as fast as I normally would have, because it took me a lot longer to get a good sight picture due to the glare. My accuracy with the pistol was 58%, which was not great. And then my overall placement for the stage was 32 out of 66, which is above the halfway point, just barely. But man, that's not what I was hoping for. And then I placed 14th out of 30 for the 10K runners. My time was just about double the fastest person on this stage, which is disappointing.
The stage you've been looking for, right?
Yep.
All right, hop on the truck here. All right, so this is a rifle only stage.
All right.
All right, you're gonna begin with bolt forward, nothing in the chamber, empty mag well. You can go ahead and unsling it, and you can keep a mag in your hand if you want to. All right, if you look out there, there's 6 white steel targets, mostly white, that have been shot up.
Yep.
Okay. On the start command, you're gonna load, get the gun hot, and you're gonna engage this array left to right twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you're gonna drop the mag, and you're gonna shoot. Can you see just to the left of that cedar tree, that red stop plate?
Yep.
Okay, and hit that.
Okay.
Okay. You got any questions for me?
I don't think so.
All right. I'll let you just let me know when you're ready.
Rifle rested?
Yeah, that's fine. You can hold it or leave it rest. I don't really care. All right. Shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Stand by.
was a hit.
That was a hit. That was a hit. Drop your mag. Good job, man. 66, 72. 66, 72.
That red one's hard to see.
Yes, it is. Especially with that sun.
Yeah. I was kind of worried there for a second.
Where are you at?
Alright, and then the final stage, stage 8, was a rifle only stage. In terms of placement, this was my worst stage for rifle. However, I was not really disappointed with how I did. I did get a little bit sloppy. I did have some misses that I probably shouldn't have missed. The biggest challenge for this stage, and why I think I did relatively poorly, is because I ran so late in the day. The sun was pretty low on the horizon, and there was a lot of glare. There's a few points in the video where you can see me bring my hand back, and especially for the high value target, I had to bring my hand back and try and cut out some of the glare. That last target was also painted red. It was pretty challenging to see back in the shadow. All the other targets were painted white, so they weren't too bad, but that red target was pretty tricky. My placement on this stage was the same as the previous stage, 32 overall and 16 within my division. I think the biggest reason I performed pretty poorly on this stage was, 1, the sun was set pretty low, and 2, I think I was just tired and worn out by the time I got to this stage. Alright, so now that the last stage is wrapped up, I'll go ahead and talk about the match as a whole. Rifle performance was okay. I ended up with a total accuracy for my rifle about 71%, and then for pistol, it was not very good. I missed about half the shots I took, which is not great. I definitely should have done better than that. Overall, I placed 17th out of 66, and then within my division, I placed 8th out of 30. Now, there's a big elephant in the room that I skipped over. So you can see there my run time is about an hour and a half. That is not very good. You can see that that landed me in 23rd out of 30 for the 10K. That also puts me 57th out of 66 for the 5K, but, you know, they're running a lot less distance, so that's kind of, you know, whatever. I guess it is cool to see that I did beat some of the 5K runners, even though I was doing the 10K. But the main thing that I want to focus on is the fact that my run time was really bad. Part of that is obviously that I'm just not a good runner, but I think the biggest reason my run time is pretty slow is because I had to walk a lot of it, mainly because I only had the 5 pistol mags. So I had to reload those magazines after almost every single stage, and having to walk and load mags as opposed to running and just like switching out mags, you know, pulling out a loaded mag and just swapping it out, that I think is the biggest source of runtime for me. Going into 2026, I think I'm going to change up my gear in 2 main ways. The major way, number 1, is I'm going to order more magazines for my pistols, because 5 or 6 mags for these longer 10Ks just doesn't cut it. I have to load mags on the run, and it just wastes way too much time. And then I think number 2, going into 2026, I want to switch away from the backpack. So since I started my channel, I've always done a backpack for the running guns and carried extra ammo and water in a backpack, and I want to switch to either a belt rig or a chest rig. I'm not sure which one I would prefer to do. One of the things I've been wanting to try for about a year and a half now is the Nixie Works light fighter rig. It seems like it would be a good option for these running guns. However, that doesn't really solve the problem of the fact that everything is behind you. Right, so the thing I don't like about the backpack system I have right now is basically if I want to pull anything out of it, I have to take it off, pull it out in front of me, dig out whatever it is, and the Nixie Works light fighter rig doesn't really solve that. I'd have to, right, so if I have to swap out magazines for loaded mags, I'm gonna have to reach back and dig around in the pack and try and figure out and try and find whatever it is I need. Whereas with a chest rig, everything I need is already on the front, so I wouldn't have to do that. And I don't know, I think I just convinced myself to get a chest rig instead. So I guess I'm gonna end up going that route probably. But we'll never know, we'll see. I don't really have a whole lot left. I was pretty happy with how the T91 did. I didn't have any issues with reliability or anything funky. Aside from my poor pistol shooting, there was one thing to bring up. I did have some malfunctions with the P99. that was because I dropped a magazine in the dirt, and the dirt got into the magazine, and that magazine kind of died. So it wasn't really a fault of the gun, it was just the magazines got dirty and caused a few malfunctions. I think that's it for the match. I'll go ahead and end it here. If you have anything you want to say, leave them in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah. 420. Hey.
I was not going to let you come up behind me. I said, I'm going to finish her. He is not going to lap me.
Austin, what's your time?
Long?
Did you wait any, Manny?
Yeah, 73 minutes.
7:10.
17. Was your weight?
Yeah.
Where'd you get hung up at?
I have to stuff mags. I've only got 5 pistol mags, so I got to stuff them on the way.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be my fault.
No.
There you go.
I DNF'd either 3 or 4 stages, I think.
Why?
Because they're hard.
Oh.